Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the workshop How Are We Living Our Values as Parents? Can I have everyone come on video for a while before we start? Because I'm just looking for a few more members to join. Just to confirm, I'm audible and clear. Hello, Rupal. So, you all have taken time out and initiated to join this program, and I'm looking forward to hear more from you. As I said, it is going to be an interactive and self-reflective session. So there are going to be a lot of questions which I'm going to ask, and we are going to understand more about it. So before we start, let me just quickly take you through what made me to take up this particular subject, as this is what is one of the favorite topic which I would love to discuss and explore more, because there is no depth to this particular subject. As we go along, we are going to uncover many things and many areas, because values are like roots, which is very difficult to find out where it has begun. So similarly, it happens with all of us too. So before I say, let me just quickly give a little brief. I started my journey as a corporate professional way back in 2000, working with corporates like Nicholas Bramall and multinational company into medical devices, where I was a core team member for learning and development. And from there, I moved on to start and explore my own uh, entrepreneurship and journey as a passion to work with parents. And that's how I have founded Rekhavi Academy, where I'm associated with schools, coaching classes, and various individual parents like you to understand more about how to really build a nurturing relationship. And what made me to really start going with the subjects like this, and why should you listen to me? So as you can see on the screen, uh, my basic forte is into management, but from there on, I discovered many areas of behavioral science and how to really understand the human psychology. And from there on, to understand about the individual behaviors and getting more insights into various psychological tools, including values and spirituality, and also the science behind the behavior. So that is what one of my favorite passion, and that is what I keep on discovering and understanding more about, whether I work as a parent or as a person or as a professional. The human nature is going to remain same. It's just the dynamics is going to differ, the way you work and the way you understand them. And that is where we are going to uncover more about the subject today. So let's understand what are values. So I want you to either unmute or type in the chat box. It will be better since we are very few members. So I would like to understand more what exactly mean to you. Although you have mentioned that while filling up and joining this registration, but I would like to hear more from you. What exactly comes to your mind when you hear this word values? So I invite Nitin, Venkatesh, unmute and share your perspective. We are not going to make here anyone right or wrong, because we are here to uncover what really means to you, because that is more uh, important, where it is coming from and how it is coming from. So I invite you to make yourself available. Nitin, Venkatesh, Vijay, can I have some thoughts from you? What exactly comes to your mind when you hear this word values? Okay, no ideas, no thoughts. Can I take it as what you can perceive from the picture, if you do not would like to add anything, what is there exactly, what we can understand from this picture which I have represented. This is going to be an interactive, so come on, unmute and share your views. Am I audible? Okay, so let me share my thoughts, what I have mentioned as values in terms of the way you look at it. So it is something which you're going to make you distinct, the one which you are going to adhere, the one which you are going to focus, irrespective whether the people around you are believing or not, but that is something more core to yourself, the way you are as an individual. That is what is going to make you more realistic about yourself. So the values regard is something that you really deserve. That okay, I value time, I value relationship, I value family, I value my work, I value my uh, society, I value the way I really look at each and everything. So, and this importance and usefulness is going to vary from individual to individual, and there are different standards and behaviors which one has adopted, and how that has come, it is purely from the way you have looked at from different circumstances. So for example, the kind of schools that you have been into, the friends that you had, and it primarily it starts from the way the family that you belong to, then moving from to school, then college, and then the way, the kind of different work corporates, the work environments that you have been to. And these are the various areas that inflect upon a lot when you have to really identify that what is it that something more important to me, which I'm going to give high regard, and which I'm going to adhere to irrespective of the challenges or irrespective of the various situations that I'm going to really make it, or am not going to uh, compromise it. So I would like you to just put one such value in the chat box which you think is most important for you, and take it as one being a person, then take it second as being a partner, because then you get into a role of a parent. So if you look at, you put yourself in this three P's, okay, three P's, a person, that is an individual, second as a professional, that is what is that you're going to do, and then your role as a parent. So would you like to just mention one area that signifies a lot for you in the context of the topic that we are discussing today? Okay. Respect to elders, Venkatesh, empathy, great. Okay. So if may I ask you to unmute and share me one more thing. When you say respect to elder, what exactly you mean by that? Respect to elders. How? Because this becomes a little term. We have to really put it into the action. So what it will come? Yeah, Venkatesh.
Yeah, actually, as a parent, the very first thing I think what we should teach our children is to respect the elders.
Yes.
That is the value which we can inculcate since childhood.
Right. Yes. True. So how does that happen?
By by giving them by showing the respect to your own elders. As a parent, we show respect to our parents.
Mhm.
So they will see us, watch us, and based on that, they will try to inculcate how we are behaving with our elders,
True.
and
True.
kind of.
Yes, and that is what you are saying is exactly the role modeling. Okay, good. You also mentioned a very beautiful another point, empathy. What exactly it means to you?
Yeah, I want to be treated. My behavior with the others should be in such a way how I want them to treat me.
Hmm.
So I should, if you give respect to others, others will give respect to you.
Okay, so if I may help you to understand the way I define it, I just want to confirm my voice is clear.
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, because I'm getting my own echo, so I'm just wondering. Okay, so empathy, the people really use this term empathy and sympathy very like loosely or in interactions. So there is a very minute difference when we say empathy and sympathy. If a very simple example is like you're going on the road and there is a pothole and somebody has fallen. Okay, so there are two options. One is, oh, how did you fall? Let me come and help you. And probably in that process, also without having any resources, one may just kind of jump in. And then showing the sympathy, one really gets into the trouble himself. Whereas the key difference between the empathy and sympathy is when you want to help someone but you really don't get into that trouble by yourself. You really identify the resources, so you see what is around, some rope or some other people you will call, and try to make it. So similarly, so that's where the empathy means you try to help people but then not getting into the problem of themselves, and that is what is required. We as a parent also, that how do we not really get into the problem, and but at the same time also find the solution, so that there is a clear distinction. So that's just to differentiate. Yes, Pyle says kindness. Yeah, good evening, Gayatri. So I want so there is a clarity, right? So may I ask Payal quickly, how do you really show kindness? If you have to give one example.
No, actually, I joined a little late, so I was, not aware what was being asked for.
Mm.
So I
Right.
wrote the one value that I feel, the kids should have.
Yeah, yeah, that's the quite right. So we were just exploring the meaning of values and then what exactly comes to your mind when you have to define, because all of us play different role as what I call it as a three piece, as a person, as a partner, and as a parent. So how do we really come to the understanding, because at times there are conflicting values, so then what is it that going to help you to make the right choices? So yes, kindness is applicable to each and every human being that you are dealing with, but it maybe the way you demonstrate it would differ from person to person.
Yeah.
So right. So, moving forward, I would like to just understand more in terms of what are some of the values that you really practice. See, there is one is called, yes, I would like to do, and some is that I really do. So, I want you to either unmute or put it in the chat box that if you are working, then definitely there should be a value where you need to adhere to your corporate norms and rules. But otherwise, personal, yes, definitely each one of us can understand that what is there. So, for example, some may say honesty, some may say time management. So, what is that? Core things, if you have to say these are the two things that comes top of my mind, and I ensure that this is very doable and easy for me. And why I tell you, because when you have a clarity around this, then the choices that we make, the decision that we have to make, and the kind of responses that we have to do in day to day activities, it becomes quite easier. Okay, so that is why it is good to have this clarity that what is that we really practice. Okay, knowing and making it workable, there are two different things. So just think for a minute. Because I want you to really focus on it. And what is that you want to? I'm just putting you on mute. While 1 minute. Yeah. So, whoever is ready, I would like you to share quickly 1 minute example that you would like to, you really practice that, and that makes your life easier and simpler, and helps you to take your day to day decisions also in a better way. Yeah, okay. So I am not looking at now the term. I'm now looking at an example that how do you really practice respect, sharing, being humble, honest, kind, uh, understanding the other situation. Yes, there are many things. So anyone, I invite any one of you to share your experience with example. Sharing.
I mean, being humble, I'm very humble person. I mean, I don't like to brag. I cannot brag actually.
Mm,
I'm a humble person, so it never happens that I show off. I just cannot do it.
mm. Okay. And what
So, and
happens
I
if?
feel sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Please carry on.
I know, like in any situation, if I get people are showing off, also I feel little uncomfortable.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay, you feel
that is
uncomfortable. Yeah. So that is
yeah.
more important. That when our values are not aligned with other people value, then there is going to be a certain set of emotions, certain set of feelings that we are going to encounter, and that we are going to face, and that is what is going to then make us little challenging in terms of keeping our relationship cordial with all the close relationships that we have in our life, whether be it as a parent, or be it as a professional, or be it as a normal any relationship that you hold in the society. Okay, so this is one important point I would like you to make, that there are going to be people in your life where the values are not going to match. So the feelings that you come across and how you really handle that is become a really important aspect when we are clear about our values. And then the second point is, how do you really make it other people aware that this is what you believe in? Because if and that is again, how do you really make it understand is more important. So taking forward from here, uh, what
Like
exactly? Hello.
one thing I would like to, I mean, maybe ask.
Yeah.
Like I feel kindness is very very important.
Hmm.
People should
Yeah.
be kind.
Okay.
But when we practice in everyday life, sometimes we, I mean, we are so harsh to ourselves and our close ones. I mean, it just happens instantaneously in that instant.
Right. So
Yeah.
I agree to you fully, Payal. See, the word kindness term again would differ to all of you. So there are, say, five people are there in this meeting right now. And if I ask each of one you to define the kindness, it is going to vary a lot, and it is going to also change context to context. So for you, the kindness what mean today would also is going to change again the kindness tomorrow, depending upon the situation. Okay, but at core, if you define that, for me kindness means being helpful. Okay, so it is your definition. See, this values workshop is a highly personalized, and it is something which takes I do more than a day workshop also for this, where people really find it that okay, what exactly mean for the kindness. A simple like the way I want to share the next slide. Okay, that is love. Love is a common value that we all want to practice, and because this is a foundation of any relationship. Okay, so I would like to now understand from all of you, what does this picture signify when I have mentioned here. Unmute and share. I don't want you to type quickly, because that clarify the thoughts in a better way. So I want each one member, what do you understand from this picture in the connotation of love that I have mentioned here? And then I'll share my perspective.
I mean, is it loving everyone? I mean, everyone's, what do I say,
Hmm.
characteristics that are, I mean, different from each other. The
Okay.
differentiates, I mean, even if they're different.
Yes. So yes, that's a one. I think you're quite closure, Payal. Who else would like to add? What comes to your mind in the context of this picture? There's no right or wrong answer. Maulik, Venkatesh.
I feel sometimes you have to be soft and sometimes not so soft. Sometimes
Hmm.
you have to be uh, giving some unusual pleasure, and sometimes you have to maintain what you need to do.
Hmm. Okay, so that's
That's what
another
I understand
context.
about love.
Yeah, that's a beautiful, I think, explanation, Gayatri. Okay, can I invite Maulik and Vijay also to share their perspective? Who else is there? Venkatesh, quickly.
Yeah, my perspective of the image is that if you love a person and that person is expecting orange from you, so we
Hmm.
should give him the orange and not the apple. We should understand his emotions, what he's expecting from us. And based on that,
Hmm.
we have to give him what he wants basically. Although
Okay.
I can say apple is good for health, so he should not have orange, he should have apple. It's not true
Uh-huh.
actually, because if that person wants orange, you have to give him orange, irrespective of whether apple is good or better
Hmm.
than orange. So
Right.
that is the way how you express yourself.
Okay. So you are saying whatever the preference is there. Right.
Yeah, give that
So,
person what he wants rather.
okay, that's another connotation. Thanks for sharing. Can I have quickly from the Maulik also? Are you there, Maulik?
Yeah, I'm there. So, like, it simply just says that the love should not be limited to the outer beauty of anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you should also go deep inside to it and feel it.
Okay, right. Good. So that's the, I think all have got very good perspectives, and I said all are right. Anyone would like to add before I say my understanding why I chose this picture to represent love? Have we covered all the members? So yes, all have got. So if you could just understood from all of you that this particular picture represents that when you love someone, you're not going to get what you really like. Somebody has already shared that loving another person is like it's very easy to correlate a love between two apples and love between two oranges. But what about are all the human beings are like that? Are all the individuals are like that? No, we are all different. Okay, and we are all having that different outlook, both inner as well as external. And when there is a relationship, when two people come in, whether it is say husband and wife, or whether it is a parent and child, or whether it is a boss and subordinate, or any two individuals in the society, they are going to behave like these two different entities. But once they start appreciating and understanding that yes, the orange has its own value to add and the apple has its own value to add, then what here I'm asking you to appreciate is that uniqueness, is that distinctive features and that value that each of this individual in the context of here this fruit is adding, right? No one can replace like apple cannot say okay, I'm as good as orange, or orange cannot say I'm better than apple. No, both are unique and both are distinct in the terms of the value that they are adding. And this is what we need to really understand in the different roles that you are playing, that each one is bringing as per their understanding, as per their capacity, as per their experiences. And it is up to us as an individual that what is that capacity that I have got to understand and appreciate that, and for which what we need is, there are three P's that I would say again here: the patience, perseverance, and the purpose. Why that certain person is doing like that. So once you understand these three things, then you are able to relate well with any individual, irrespective of the differences that you have. Because now you look at from the holistic perspective and not just having your own one, that no, for me, so always remember this example that when you are dealing with human beings, they are going to come in this two different packets and they are going to have their own set of values. Yes, own set of values, which only you can understand if you really go closer to them, if you understand them, if you really try to make that understanding. And so that this one point is very important whenever you have to correlate with anybody's values. Let's go further, and we are going to do now small activity. So looking at the picture, I want you to type in the chat box uh, what value that you will give to this particular picture. So you have to guess which value.
Being focused.
Okay, yeah, all same, being focused, or something else comes to your mind.
Looking at the brighter side.
Looking at the brighter side. Okay, what else? Any different thought, or we conclude that these are the two values only represented?
Goal.
Goal. Okay, good. Target, whatever you say. Yeah, great. So we got three different perspective now looking at this one picture. So this is what I would like you to keep become mindful for, that when we are having different like this is one exercise, and I'm going to show more picture and see that how we are having that different perspectives, and that is what makes us unique, and the foundation of which is the topic of the session that we are uncovering with more examples today. Okay, so now let's guess which value here, what is come to your mind. There's no right or wrong answer, let me tell you again. It's just your own way to look at things. So how do you define this picture? If you have to give a name, a value to this picture.
Positivity.
Okay, positivity.
Growth.
Growth, right? What else? That's it? Only two perspective? Hmm. Okay. If I have to give a name to this picture, I would also call it as a success. If you would like to type, you can also type it in the chat box, but I would prefer you unmute and share so that we all can have understanding about what that really comes to your mind. Okay. Let's guess one more value. Okay. What comes to your mind when you see this picture?
Freedom.
Okay. Freedom. What else?
Power.
Power. Yes. Go. Good going. Good going. One more.
Vision.
Sorry.
Vision. Eagle's eye. Vision.
Mission. Vision.
V. Yeah.
Vision. Okay. Yes. Vision. Yeah. True. Good. So we are saying power, vision.
Going beyond, out of the box.
Going beyond, out of the box, right? So see, so many things are coming, right? So here when we look at this exercise, it gives us so much of insight that when we connect and when we find out that and if you really correlate that, let me also show one more picture so that before we conclude why we did this exercise. Okay, what is the value here?
Relaxing.
Relaxation. Okay, what else? What else?
Knowledge.
Knowledge, right? Yeah, anything more?
Persistence.
Persistence. Okay, that's Gayatri. Persistence.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so may I ask you what made you to say this? I mean, what comes to your mind when you say persistence?
We use a cup of tea to keep awake all night to complete the book
Okay, see, here you go. So
before
yeah, so,
exams.
right. So that's a look at, see the way the thought is coming, the way Gayatri has, I mean, portrayed. I really liked it. Say, so each one is going to look at their own life experiences, and then they're going to define this term that what we are giving it to this right now. Great. Who else is pending? Let me just see. Somebody has just joined. 1 minute. Radhika. Yeah. Are you, Radhika, can you listen us? Okay. So let me see. Okay, so this is really, I think, interesting and exciting that how we really give perception to whatever that come across in our day-to-day activities, and same thing applies. Now let's look at how does this is applicable in our day-to-day activities with our children, the way and why this value understanding is important. Okay, I want you to just reflect and see, probably look at some of the challenges that we have in day-to-day activities. We want certain things to happen in certain way, but then our children want to happen in certain way, and why that happens? Because of this one fundamental 5-letter word what we are trying to understand and discover that what it can make difference in our life. So more you understand and more you try to figure it out that what is it going to help you, then I think the relationship foundation is going to help you more. Okay, one more picture. What does this value represents? Anyone? We all know this game.
Focus. Focus.
Focus. Yes, there's another way to focus. Look at. Okay. It also says goal, very clear. One should know that yes, I have where I have to hit, and for which I need to have my right strategy. How I'm going to make it my ball go into the golf course. So much of focus is required there. So moving forward, now the very important part is what are some of the values that our children are observing, okay, from us, and especially during this last 6 months when we are all around, they are also all around with us, and also the society. Society would be anything. It would be an online as well as offline. The people. Yes, the offline is little less for them, so now it is a more online for them, right, since last 6 months. So if you would like to talk about your own children, what comes to your mind when they have been looking at the way things are happening? Have you really tried to understand that what is the major thing they are observing? If you have to just say two things, not more than that. There, I know they are observing many things, but what comes to your mind? when what do you think they are observing all the time?
They observe our behavior on day-to-day basis.
Okay, yes, very much. So, what else? And how does that help them in the context of the topic that we are having today?
Our positive behavior will inculcate positive values in them. And in case if by mistakenly we are behaving
Okay.
different of the children, possibly they will inculcate same.
hmm So, Venkatesh, I would like to ask this question. How old your child is?
My child is uh, 16.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you be a little
Hello.
louder?
Can you hear me? Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, now.
Yeah, I have a daughter and she is 16 years
Okay, fine. So, what do you think? Any one situation where you had some difference of opinion in last, say, week or 10 days or a month?
old. With my daughter.
Yeah, which where probably this would be one of the reasons which for not matching the kind of interactions that you're having with her.
No, on the lighter note, we always have different opinion due to the generation gap or whatever you can say that way. She never
Right.
agrees to what I want her to do, kind of a thing. The way I want her to basically uh, plan things and work kind of. And she has her own set of working style, and mine is a kind of a traditional way. You have to plan things, you have to do things. Kind of thing. And for her, it's like it will happen. I will do it. Don't worry. Kind of a thing.
Right.
So it never basically matches.
hmm Okay. Right. And what? How does that make you feel?
It's okay. Maybe I think she is becoming more responsible. She can manage things on her own. This is what the way she tells me. I can see the confidence
hmm
on her face. I will do it. Don't worry. So that means she doesn't require any help, kind of a thing. Ideally,
hmm
as a parent, we are more concerned. Like, Baba, maybe she may not be able to do, so we should help her. This and that. We become more
Right.
caring, kind of a thing.
hmm
Then I see that
Okay.
confidence in her face. No, no, don't worry. I will do it.
And you have
So
seen
that
that
gives me more
happening?
confidence. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes,
Right. So that's, I think, the crux of the situation that we need to be mindful. Okay.
correct.
What about the parent from a smaller children, from Payal or from Gayatri? What do you think? Uh, one or two things that they are observing.
I think she's definitely picking up responsibility,
hmm Okay.
uh, the strength to uh, cope up with difficult situations
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
is
Thanks for sharing that. Good. So, moving forward, this is an activity which you can do at home. That three values that you would like your child to remember about you from your personality. Okay. Why I'm giving you this as a home activity, because this is going to be really a thoughtful, like what is it that I want them to remember, and this has a correlation. If you're having paper and pen, you can note it down. That this is something very important, because this is going to define your course of actions. This is going to define your watch, and this is also define in terms of your overall outlook. That how is it that because the term what you value now is already Venkatesha said what he values, certain his way of looking at things, which is probably not really understood and responded by his daughter, but then that is going to be there. But amongst that difference, how is it that we are going to find that cohesion, how we are going to find that understanding, and that is what is going to be a long lasting. And do not think from the immediate perspective, think from say 5 years or 10 years down the line, or probably I would also go a little beyond that. When we are not around, what is that is going to something that he or she is going to cherish. And it's very easy when the children are small, because they are seeing that in your each and every move, and as they grow, they are going to then start little make their own conclusion, make their own perception, and they're going to refine it. Okay. And they are going to also make it more conducive to them, whether it's really fitting in my way of looking at, or they are going to keep it aside. So that is where this particular activities can really do a lot of value add in terms of the long lasting relationship, and the real core things that you would like to pass it over. So think it over, and do work on it, and I'll be happy to see if you could write this and share with me in your my personal window when we go out. Okay. Also, which I already mentioned, that what are some of the values that we want our children to follow when we are not around in absence. Just think about, because we I don't want us, all of us, to become that kind of uh, watchmen or something like watching over all the time. It is and I don't know how many of you are really aware that the term value is very powerful, and it really comes, see, all of us have got that innate within us. Okay, it is just that how do we uncover that, and that uncovering is an important activity that we do through day to day, every moment to moment, through the choices that we do, the way we do various reaction. A very simple example: if I have got a time, a spare time, say half an hour extra today, how am I going to spend that time? Am I going to just sit in front of the TV, or am I going to pick up a book and read? Okay, so like that, the choices that we make are going to somewhere get imprinted in the minds of children, especially since we are talking in the context of parenting, but it would be anywhere, wherever you are in your professional context or in your other family context. What is that moment and what is the choice that you make is what going to create that momentum and build upon from habits to the values, which is like going to last for the long time. So think over that, and you can also make a note for your reflection. Okay, so one more activity for which this is what I think you can type here. Write 3 things that you remember about your parents' personality. Okay, and also mention the values which you are still imbibing, and you really feel that yes, this is part of me, and I've really picked up this from my parents, and I would like to apply that. So I'm going to give you 1 minute, and quickly, whatever comes to your mind, top of the mind thoughts, you can type or you can unmute and share, because this is what going to be a big giveaway when you start thinking it from this direction. Okay, Pile says caring. Okay, so I'm sure that is something naturally that you have picked up, and I could, I think, correlate the way you talk, whatever the interactions that we have had so far. Yes, I could see that very much imbibed in your personality, and probably you can also make more now aware that whatever the behaviors that I'm having right now, from where I have picked up those. Okay, try and make do with all the limitations. Okay, Gayatri, can you please explain what you mean by that? Then we have Piles sharing never give up attitude. Yeah, that's a very I think powerful quality, I would say, that each individual can imbibe. And I'm really happy to know that this is what you have picked up.
I
Yeah.
wanted to share, I observed my mom, she, with whatever limited resources that she always made it complete for us.
Mhm. Okay.
Uh, with with all her various, capabilities, um, she somehow made us feel complete.
Complete. That's very beautiful. I mean, and I really admire that you're remembering that. And just reflect probably when you are done with the session and before you go to sleep today, all of you can just give 10 to 15 minutes that what is it that something I have really picked up from today's session, and uh, what is that I have imbibed. I have see many times the way we do things, either we have naturally picked up unknowingly, or sometimes we have really consciously we have, because that has been hammered upon us, that has been told again and again. So what is that certain things that we are passing on? So just become a little mindful about that, and see how is this particular activity you can really think about it, and you can try to make it workable, because this is it's, I would call it as a kind of the characteristics and outlook, and it has a very long connection, I would say. The behaviors and the personalities are just worked around this, and it's a very deep subject. If there are certain issues are there, then we have to really go deep dive and work around it. So I'm just giving you a little clue here so that you can become more clear that if certain behaviors are there, become more observed, become more mindful, where is it coming from. Okay, so the very important question is for all of you: what children really need from parents? Okay, what exactly that they want? Do they need? I mean, and again, if I ask this question to 10 people or 100 people or 1,000 people, it is going to vary, because each one is going to talk about from their own context and from their own experiences what they have felt from their parents. So if you have to think on this, just identify what is that my children need. Okay, now I'll talk very about it. And if I have to put in a human relation context, then what is one thing required is the overall understanding, and the way things are happening, why that are happening. If we can try to become more observable, to understand that these things, because there are always patterns are there in the individual, in the human behaviors, and one of the role of key role of each individual, especially as an parent in this context, that what are some of the patterns that we are observing, and are those patterns are going and useful, or is it really coming in the way of the growth of the child? So I want to leave that thought, that observe those, and once you can really figure out that these are certain things, then you will be able to appreciate and work out that okay, this is what I need to offer to my child, and this is the way it can workable. And then I would say the kind of challenges which are there between the relationship of these two important entities could be understood, and could be handled in different way. Okay. I also want to have a thought around this. So quickly, if you have a pen and paper, there is a close correlation between the wheel of life, and the life is made up of the various parameters, and this is what I think each individual has got. You have to just score yourself, and the values are correlated. Okay, so what do you give in terms of this is a very detailed exercise, but I just want to think about it, and there is a lot of work that one needs to do, that how is that my current scoring is on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being the lowest or 1 and 10 on the higher side, and it could be all the areas, okay, because at the end of the day you are working on all these areas, and your child is observing all these areas, which is creating and complete human being, okay, be it the personal growth or the spirituality, the self image, business, career, studies, it depends, but this is, and it is applicable to each and one of us, okay. How do you really put yourself on the current score, health, fitness, your social entity, your family, and once you do this, then you get a really good idea that okay, which is the area that I need to work upon, and for which what are the certain values that those are missing, or those I'm not really working upon, and I need to relook at the way I can carry myself. So this is very powerful exercise. Maybe you would like to spend some time.
Hello, Kara.
Okay, moving forward. uh, a very important question now. How are you helping your child to find values? Now, yes, you may ask question that why the children need to know, but they're not going to, you're not going to make and set and make them learn that, okay, let me go and teach today this. Okay. So this is what they are going to take it up automatically. So once you are clear about the wheel of life and the areas that you are focused, these values are going to automatically become part of yours. And there's, as I said, already covered in the earlier slide, that what they are observing in you. So they are going to observe all these facets that what we have spoken about. So reflect on this, that what is it that I'm doing and which area that I'm more focused today. Okay, so this is a activity that I'm going to start in next few weeks, that I want you to choose 3 values that is most important for you, for your child to learn, and then we can connect and discuss that how is it that I'm going to make it workable, because these are 12 what I think are the universal values, irrespective of in whichever part of the continent you are. These are what something are required for each and every human being to be successful. So maybe you can make a note of it, that okay, yes, this is the area. Yes, I'm not saying the others are not important, they are, but at a time you can work on one element at a time, so that there is a focused approach, there is a focused activities, and there are focused actions are there, so that we ourselves also become more clear, and we also make it more visible through whatever the different areas that we pick it up under each value. So what next? We have understood about that how the values are defined, how values shape up through wheel of life, and what is it that I want you to work upon. So what I want you to do is way forward in next week's times, identify that what are those values that I would like to work upon, and what I recommend is give one value at least a week's time, and there will be a lot of activities and course, reflection that you need to do, so that it becomes part of you, and then indirectly also it becomes part of your child's personality, and also everybody else who is there in your family. So that is what is one way forward that I recommend. And remember that each of you who are here is learner, and is can really make shift in their child, and it begins with their own change. Okay, and that is where we can really see the difference. So it is not a normal math where you're going to do 2 plus 2. It can be 4, it can be 22 also. Okay, Okay, so the way it is reflected is more important. That how is it that you're going to pick up this learning? Otherwise, it will merely become a one session, and probably it may not really help you to take this entire knowledge to the next level. So what I believe in is the application, and how is it that I'm going to work on it to make it more practical. So that was the idea of sharing this brief understanding that how you can really feel that the role that you are playing as a parent, and especially the human being. Today, being the International Day of Values, I thought this is what the gift that I can give to all the people whom I'm connected with, and how they can understand more about this topic and how this is more relevant, more useful. Although it may sound a little uh, theoretical, but then if you really start getting more deeper, then you will find that no, this is workable and this is doable and it is practical. And is it going to be easy? No. Let me also tell you that it's going to be challenging, because you're going to challenge your own fundamentals. You're going to understand your own way to look at things. And that is what is going to then uh, add value. Okay, and it's not that I'm going to learn it in just one session. No, it is going to make you more reflect, more deep dive, and more connect with yourself. So that is where this entire journey of understanding and appreciating values begin. Okay. So thank you all for joining, and I would invite you to look at more of this understanding, and you can visit any of my social media pages, look at some of the details that I have posted there, study them. And there's also there are some of the documents that I'm going to prepare and share, which you can do it on yourself, and you can also uncover this more about how this doing this exercise is valuable, and it's worth investing time and your effort so that you can take your journey to the next level. Any question? Please open. That is all from my today, and so that we can understand what is the one key that you have found useful in this session, and what is the one action that you would like to take post this session. I've already actually shared in the during the course of the session, but I would like you to just reiterate what is that one thing that you would like to take away and what you are going to do. Okay, Gayatri is saying so much of mental homework, incredible. Okay, yes, it is going to be, because we are all very important, and for which then we have to give that kind of efforts so that we can become more useful to ourselves and to people around.
I don't know what to leave out. Everything
True.
is worth taking, and I can't decide where to start, but I'm definitely going to start with the activities that you have mentioned
Yeah,
about thinking of the values that I want my children to. I never thought in those lines. I will
right.
start with that, and I will also mark myself on the self-evaluation grid, and I'll know myself better. This is incredible. I never thought that there are so many aspects where I was not even thinking about.
I'm happy you found the session useful, Gayatri. Thanks for
I'm really
joining.
happy I'm part of this session. And
Yeah,
the most incredible gift I have ever received is this.
thank you very much. Yeah, appreciate. Payal, Radhika. Yes, thank you, Venkatesh. I invite you to work on your activities, and look forward connecting with you once you have done your homework. Thank you very much for joining. Wish you all the best in your journey of exploring your values, and feel free to connect. You all have my connects, I believe.